Sometimes the funniest moments aren't planned at all. They happen when someone is just being their awkward self. And in the summer, I turned pretty. Nobody does awkward quite like Belly. Her humor doesn't come from perfect jokes or clever one-liners, but from the way she stumbles into situations, says the wrong thing at the wrong time, and somehow still makes everyone laugh. That's why Belly's awkward humor has become one of the most entertaining parts of the show. Part 1. The accidental comedian Belly isn't trying to be funny most of the time, and that's what makes her so relatable. Her awkward humor often comes from the way she reacts to situations with a mix of honesty and clumsiness. Like when she blurts out something without thinking, and then realizes a second too late that everyone is staring at her. Fans love these moments because they feel real, like something any of us could do. Part 2. Saying the wrong thing at the right time. One of Belly's funniest traits is how she accidentally says things that don't come out the way she means them. Instead of sounding confident or clever, she ends up making everyone laugh because it's so offbeat. For example, in group conversations, she sometimes tries to sound mature, but ends up sounding silly. These little slips remind us that she's still growing up and learning how to handle herself. Part 3. The power of awkward. Pause's silence can be just as funny as words. Belly often has these moments where she says something, then pauses because she realizes it didn't land the way she expected. The other characters give her a look, and instead of fixing it, she just doubles down and makes it worse. Those awkward pauses become comedy gold. Part 4. Physical comedy. Without trying, Belly's humor isn't only in her words, it's also in how she moves. Think about the times she trips, drops something, or bumps into someone during a big moment. Instead of being smooth and graceful, she turns the scene into something lighthearted and funny. Her clumsy actions show that she's still figuring out how to fit into her world. Part 5. The pool scene mishaps. One of the funniest examples of Belly's awkward humor happens around the pool. Whether it's her failing at a dive, splashing water at the wrong time, or accidentally making a scene, these poolside moments always remind viewers that Belly is not the polished, perfect heroine. She's wonderfully imperfect, and that's what makes her charming. Part 6. Belly's attempts at coolness. Every teenager tries to act cool at some point. But Belly's attempts are especially hilarious. When she tries to impress the boys or her friends by acting older and more confident, she usually ends up overdoing it. Instead of looking impressive, she ends up being funny in a way that's impossible not to enjoy. Part 7. Unfiltered honesty. Belly sometimes blurts out the truth without sugarcoating it, and it often comes out at the worst possible time. Her friends and family either laugh or shake their heads, but the audience always gets a good laugh. Her unfiltered honesty is awkward. Yes, but it's also refreshing and entertaining. Part 8. Group dynamics. Belly's humor shines brightest when she's with others. In group scenes, her awkwardness contrasts with the smoother personalities of Conrad, Jeremiah, and Stephen. That difference creates natural comedy. While others are calm and collected, Belly's nervous energy or random comments add lightness to the moment. Part 9. Embarrassing but endearing moments. There are times when Belly does something so embarrassing, you almost feel bad for her. But then you realize it's actually funny because it's so real. Maybe she laughs too loud at her own joke, or misunderstands someone's sarcasm, or tries to join in on something she doesn't fully get. These moments make her awkwardness lovable rather than cringy. Part 10. Awkward romantic comedy. Belly's love triangle isn't just dramatic, it's also funny. Whenever she tries to flirt, things rarely go smoothly. She stumbles over words, makes weird faces, or laughs at the wrong time. These failed flirting scenes are funny, not because she's bad at it, but because they show how real teenage crushes usually go. Part 11. Reactions from other characters. Part of what makes Belly's awkward humor so funny is how others react. Sometimes her friends roll their eyes. Sometimes they burst out laughing. And sometimes they just let the silence sit there. These reactions highlight her awkwardness even more, making it twice as funny for the audience. Part 12. Why fans love it at the end of the day. Belly's awkward humor is one of the reasons fans feel so connected to her. She's not perfect. She's not always graceful, but she's real. Everyone has had moments of clumsiness, embarrassing slips, or awkward silences. And seeing Belly go through them makes her feel like a friend. Her awkward humor isn't just funny, it's comforting, because it reminds us we don't need to be perfect to be loved. Part 1. The broody reputation at first glance. Conrad seems like the serious one, the quiet, broody type who keeps his emotions locked away. That's why it's so surprising when he drops a sarcastic line out of nowhere. His humor sneaks up on you, and that's what makes it so funny. Nobody expects the moody guy to be the one cracking jokes. Part 2. Dry delivery. Conrad's sarcasm works because of the way he delivers it. He doesn't smile, he doesn't laugh, and he rarely raises his voice. He just says something flat and sharp, and suddenly the whole scene feels lighter. That dry delivery turns even a simple comment into comedy gold. Part 3. Teasing his friends. A lot of Conrad's funniest moments come when he's teasing the people he cares about. He doesn't go over the top, just a quick jab, a witty comment, or a playful eye roll. It's the kind of humor that shows he's paying attention, even when he pretends not to be. Part 4. The big brother energy as the older brother figure. Conrad often uses sarcasm as a way to deal with Stephen, Jeremiah, and Belly. His cutting remarks feel like classic big brother humor, annoying but funny at the same time. It's his way of showing affection without being too open about it. Part 5. Sarcasm in serious moments. One of the best things about Conrad's humor is that it often shows up in tense scenes. Just when everyone is stressed, he throws in a sarcastic line that breaks the tension. The timing makes it even funnier, because you don't see it coming. Part 6. Eye rolls that say everything. Sometimes Conrad doesn't even need words. A single sarcastic eye roll or smirk says more than a whole sentence. Those silent reactions are part of his charm. Fans can't help but laugh whenever he does it. Part 7. Deadpan one-liners. Conrad is the king of one-liners. He'll say something short, straight-faced, and then move on like nothing happened. It's quick, sharp, and easy to miss if you're not paying attention. But once you catch it, it's hilarious. Part 8. The contrast with Jeremiah is goofy and loud. While Conrad is quiet and sarcastic, that contrast makes their interactions funny without even trying. Jeremiah sets up the energy, and Conrad cuts through it with a sarcastic remark that balances everything out. Part 9. Belly and Conrad's banter. Whenever Belly and Conrad talk, his sarcasm often slips through. He'll tease her gently, using sarcasm to cover up his real feelings. These moments are funny on the surface, but they also add depth to their relationship, showing that humor is one of the ways he connects with her. Part 10. Sarcasm as a defense. Conrad sometimes uses sarcasm to hide what he's really feeling. Instead of opening up, he throws out a quick joke or biting comment. For the audience, it's both funny and revealing. It shows that humor is his shield, and it adds another layer to the comedy. Part 11. Fan favorite sarcastic moments. Some of Conrad's sarcastic lines have become fan favorites, quoted again and again online. Fans love how he can turn a serious situation into something unexpectedly funny. His sarcastic remarks often end up being some of the most replayed lines in the show. Part 12. Why his sarcasm works. Conrad's humor works because it's unexpected. He's not the clown of the group. He's not trying to be funny, and yet when he speaks up, he steals the scene. His sarcasm adds balance to the group, reminding us that even the brooding characters can have a hilarious side. Part 1. The energy booster. Every group needs that one person who brings all the energy. And in The Summer I Turned Pretty, that person is Jeremiah. His humor comes naturally. He's playful, loud, and always looking for a reason to laugh. The second he steps into a scene, the energy shifts. It almost always turns into something funny. Part 2. Natural charmer Jeremiah isn't just funny, he's also charming. He knows how to mix humor with kindness, so when he teases someone, it never feels mean. His ability to make people laugh while making them feel good about themselves is what makes his comedy so special. Part 3. Goofy reactions. Jeremiah's facial expressions alone can turn a simple moment into comedy. Whether he's surprised, pretending to be offended, or making a silly face. His reactions often make the audience laugh even harder than the actual dialogue. Part 4. Party vibes. When there's a party, Jeremiah is the one making sure everyone is having fun. From dancing in the middle of the room to cracking jokes that loosen up the crowd, he's the heartbeat of the group. His party humor keeps scenes light and entertaining. Part 5. Prankster spirit. Jeremiah is also the prankster of the story. He loves to joke around with his brother and Belly, often pushing their buttons just enough to make them laugh or groan. His playful pranks show that he doesn't take life too seriously, and that makes him one of the funniest characters on screen. Part 6. The teasing brother as Conrad's younger brother. Jeremiah knows exactly how to poke fun at him. Their banter is filled with